Hello students, today we are going to start the second unit of your syllabus, that is the forms of business organization. In first unit we studied about the concept of business, what is the meaning of business, कि business is an economic activity in which there is either production of goods or services or buying and selling of goods and services to earn a profit. If any person wants to set up a business, so there are different forms in which a person can start a business. The first form is sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family business. The third is partnership. The fourth is cooperative society, and the fifth is joint stock company. We will study about the each form of business organization, advantages and the disadvantages. So after studying this unit, you will be able to identify that on the basis of capital, on the basis of risk and on the nature of business, which kind of form of business organization will be suitable. Now the first one is the sole proprietorship. Sole proprietor means owner and sole means single. Sole proprietor means sole means single and the proprietor means owner. So sole proprietorship is a form of business organization in which a single person, single owner owns the business, manages the business and controls the business. So all the work related to business will be done by a single owner. Business will be set up by a single owner. Business will be managed by a single owner. All the decisions related to business will be taken by that a single owner, and the controlling will be of single owner. Basically, suitability ki in which kind of business, where it is suitable, in which there is a limited need of capital, clear, in which there is a less risk and need of limited amount of capital, and basically it is suitable when a person wants to start a business at small scale, like for the beauty salon, for the juice corner, for small restaurant. Basically it is suitable for those kind of businesses. So again, what is the meaning of sole proprietorship? In which a single owner owns the business, manages the business and control the business. So what are the features of sole proprietorship? Formation and closure. It's very easy to formate and close to sole proprietorship business because there is no separate law. Clear, there is no separate law, there is no particular need of registration, so less efforts will be to set up a small sole proprietor business. So it's easy to formate and closure of the sole proprietorship business. Second, the liability. What kind of liability that a single owner will have? The liability of a single owner will have unlimited liability. What is the meaning of basically unlimited liability? That there is no criteria of liability and there is no definition of liability, and a person doesn't know how much they are supposed to pay. In case of limited liability, that a single person, if there is a loss and the business funds are insufficient to compensate the loss, to pay the liability, in that case that the personal property of a person can be used to pay debts. So the liability is not up to extent, the liability is not defined, it's a unlimited, that in case of loss or in case of liability, if business funds are insufficient, in that case the personal property, that person's house, car or property can be used to pay debt or liability. That the sole risk bearer, there is a single person, there are no co-owner, there are no partners, so that a single person has to bear all the risk. Control, all the decision making power that is in the hand of a single person, all the decisions will be taken by a single person. no separate entity, कि there is no separate entity of a business and businessman. Business and businessman both will be considered same. Clear? The lack of business continuity. Business continuity is depend upon the single owner. If there is no one, there is no nominee to take over the business in case of a dead person meet with an accident or become insolvent, or if there is a death of dead person, so business will be shut down. So there is a lack of business continuity. Now the merits and demerits of a sole proprietorship. So these are the merits and these are the demerits. The first one is the quick decision making. Quick decision making, if whenever a decisions will be taken, and suppose in the case of partnership there are many partners, so at the time of decision making, at the all the partners point of view and all the partners consent is necessary, so the time will be taken and the decisions will be delayed. But in the case of sole proprietorship, there is a single owner and no need to consult with others person, no need to take consent of other person. That's why decision making will be quickly. Secrecy, there is no other person to whom there is a sharing of information, so there are no other person, and there is no necessity to submit the account information to the registrar office, so the informations will not be revealed, so it's easier to keep the information confidential. The direct incentive, there is a single one person who is taking all the risk, bearing the risk, that's why that a person will get the whole amount of profit. So there is a direct link between the effort and incentive. If that person does more incentive, so that person will get the more incentive. The sense of accomplishment, a person, if business is successful, if he is earning sufficient amount of profit, so that persons will feel motivated because it's all because of his or her profit, so he will feel more motivated. Ease of formation and closure, as I have already told you, ki there are no separate law to form and to close the business. Clear? So there is no particular law related to the sole proprietorship. That's why there are less efforts need to do and it's easy to format and close the business. Now the comes to the demerits. Limited capital. There is a single person. Clear? And there are no other partners or shareholders who brings the capital. And if there is a single person, so that single person capacity is limited in the manner of capital, so because it's totally depend on his or her savings and his capacity to borrow from others, and loan debt will be limited, so a person can arrange capital in a limited manner. Limited life of a business concern, that point is related with the lack of business continuity, because the business continuity is depend upon that single person. If there is a death of that person and the person becomes insolvent, so the business will comes to shut down. The third is the unlimited liability. This point, as I have already explained you, that the liability of a single owner is unlimited. Clear? Because there is no limit of the liability, there is no particular definition of liability. In the cases of losses or business liability, if the business funds are insufficient, so the personal property of owner can be used to pay off debts and liabilities. Limited managerial ability, in the meaning, as I have already told you, that a single person manages all the activities, whether it's related to finance, marketing, planning, production, organizing. A person cannot be excel in all the areas of whenever it comes to the managing the organization. So it's that persons have a limited managerial ability. That person cannot be excellent in all the activities. So that persons will not be able to manage the business effectively and efficiently. So this was about the sole proprietorship. we have studied about the first form of business organization, that is the sole proprietorship. In our next video, we study about the different other forms of organization. Thank you.